Hello everybody, welcome back to the video on my channel. This is Marcus Sparks, aka DesiredSparks17, aka the guy who dies a lot in video games YouTube channel. DesiredSparks17, guy who dies a lot in video games YouTube channel, whatever you want to call me. Whichever one of the three, or all the three if you want to call me by the full, long ass title that I use. I should totally put on my lantern. Oh, the kitty rubbed up against me. My kitty's rubbing up against me. How cute. You didn't want attention earlier. I mean, you came up to me and you cuddled me for a second, but then you told me to let you go. So I did, and now now that I'm playing, you're going all up against the screen, and you're burring at me, and you're rubbing up against me, and you're meowing, and you're just being all around cute and adorable. So no, this is the boss fight like I thought earlier. This is the boss fight like I thought last stream. It looks a lot like the tree sentinel. Usually speaking, it looks a lot like the tree sentinel, except he has the ability to cast spells. Because combat-wise, he's quite different. Visually speaking, he makes me think of the tree sentinel. Magic caster myself, dodging spells is something I'm used to. I mean, I play spellcaster in pretty much every game I play. It's almost always my favorite build. Normally that spell requires you to be facing your opponent for it to shoot off at them. So last time I got hit by it, because I assumed it was going to attack my summon. It was facing my summon. Didn't know that his version could just shoot me regardless. Or could shoot at me regardless. Why hit me there? And I just tried to dodge anyway. You should have known to dodge just in case and be careful and treat it as a thing that would hit me just in case, but I didn't. That's my mistake. It really does not like me. Then again, I have been pelting him with both your spells this entire fight. Or both. Not necessarily high damage spells, but also not necessarily extremely weak spells. Just not high damage. The point is that I can fire off a whole bunch of them all in a row, and there's no way for him to dodge them all. Which means that they end up building up much more damage than if I would have risked shooting a big one that took a lot more FP. Okay, wait for it to fire. Oh, you like it now. Lucky buggy. Really do. I'm in the middle of a boss fight, and loving you up is just not an option right now. Both me and my summon are trying very hard to keep him in the water area. or in this water area, because it's the center of the arena. Getting stuck in the corner against an enemy that's faster than you and you can't reliably stagger means you're not getting out. You're dead. I mean, unless you're summoned for post and take aggro, but ours are. They're not able to take aggro in time. If I didn't have all 100% of my health bar, I would have just instantly died there. I rolled just in case they went for medium and couldn't really tell what they were going for. Not too hard to dodge. The problem's actually hitting him. So when and I have to focus on dodging just how often he's attacking. I think he just buffed. Oh, I see what he did. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a buff. That blue aura that's still around him. Like, there we go. I needed to use the FP pot sooner, or I wasn't going to be able to actually do anything. The damage numbers, just pay attention to the fact that you are doing something. Don't get caught up in the fact that the damage numbers aren't entirely flat. Get caught up in the fact that you're even dealing damage. Good. Focus too much on the fact that our damage numbers aren't a large amount of health bar or hit. It kind of makes you feel like you're failing, even though you're not. I mean, it's taken a while, but we've whittled him down to this point. Granted, we is now I for the rest of the fight. And I don't know if I got enough mana to actually win. The trick with spells isn't to roll when they're casted, but it's to roll when they're about to hit you. Never roll when you see them casting, unless you know that that's a spell that travels faster than you can roll. Because if it's a spell that travels faster than you can roll, you can't dodge it. You have to dodge early. It'll take some time for you to learn which spells you have to dodge early on and which you don't, especially if you're new to the game or the magic system in the game. But you'll get better at it. Another helpful thing is when you're not the only thing being attacked. I think if I was on my samurai, I could totally do this on my own. I'm gonna go to this one because I don't know where the first one is, and sometimes that can be so good, but also other times it can fuck you so hard with where it spawns you. But yeah, that's the trick with dodging spells. Never, and I mean never, just roll when they cast. Learn the spells. Take your time to learn the spells. You're going to struggle with dodging spells at first. No matter what game you're playing, it's not going to be the easiest thing to dodge compared to. Especially if you're used to dodging melee attacks. Which with melee attacks, you want to roll when the melee attack first starts. Unless they're using a very specific weapon. In which case, there's a very specific weapon type that you just don't want to roll against. There's some weapons in these games that you just do not want to roll against whatsoever. It sucks that it takes that much FP, but I'm glad that it's that manageable. Okay, let's go to yeah, flasks. Make sure use 3 gold seeds. Yeah, I don't have enough. That's what I thought. And I can't afford to allot my final FP flask as a health flask, otherwise I just won't have anywhere near enough damage output. I have 8 of these and more than enough materials to craft multiple more of them, so I may as well. Yeah. Silly on that one. On my samurai character, I think I could take that thing alone. He's a much stronger character in terms of melee, and he doesn't have to rely on his FP nearly as much. I do have 2 flasks for his FP due to the fact of just how strong his katana's weapon art can be. He also has the ice hatchet. It's a really cool weapon. Apparently, it used to be a genuinely broken weapon, but I didn't find until literally the day of the patch that weakened it. Which, I found out later than the day I found it, but kind of ironic. I found a broken weapon the day of the patch that made it not so overpowered. The timing with that's just kind of slightly confuses me. This dude is useless. He can't even handle this wolf. Use the health flask on nearly one of these wolves. I know these wolves are tough and all, but still, really? I'm definitely getting rid of him before the boss fight. There's no way I'm keeping that guy. Oh, he's gonna heal us. I'm sure he wanted to heal the other guy, but the other guy just didn't come. Oh, I see. The other guy just straight up quit out. Was not expecting that to happen with the way we were attacking it. I'm a mage, which makes melee fighting very not easy for me, and very not preferable. Well, I haven't used any flasks, taken any damage, or used any FP, and we've gotten rid of a few, and we've killed a wolf, 3 the casters, and so, I mean, it didn't really work out too great with my summons, but I mean, could have worked out a lot worse. Honestly, the thing I think my samurai would most want to summon for would be before the boss fight. I mean, it helped during the boss fight, but before the boss fight would be more useful to him. Because of the run-up. Granted, I technically do know how to avoid a good part of that run-up, but I just didn't want to. Ah, that's what that display is. Then off is just straight no blood. Then display blood on would show all the blood. Of course, since I put displaying blood off, now all the blood's gone. Well, except for what's on my weapons. Okay. I think I'll keep it 10666. I think I'll keep it at 10666, honestly. I can't find a single sign here. So I'm gonna run over here and see if I can find one up here. Unless you just don't want to deal with the wolves. Don't see any. Came back at perfect time to get a summon sign, but I have no clue who it is. Someone with the pumpkin head's head and nothing else in terms of armor. Playing a female character. And wielding a claymore. At least that's what the weapon looks like. That is a claymore, right? I think that's a claymore. I could be wrong. Could be a different weapon. But I think it's a claymore. Hey!
Hey!
Oh, whoopsie. Missed the ladder a little bit. Hoping that we managed to get by without having a aggro. Did not quite work out the way I hoped. I assumed that he was just gonna dash at me with an attack, or a melee attack, so I kind of spam dodge and freaked out, panicked a little bit, even though I shouldn't have. Crap. Oh, this is a shitty summon. They got hit way too quickly there for way too much of their health bar. They have a similar health bar to me, and they're running a melee build on top of that. That's not good. Having a similar health bar to a mage who's only leveled up their health one time in their entire run and decided they're just gonna not level up their health unless they find it absolutely necessary, and playing a melee build. Yeah, that's just not. No, that's not good. That's not a good way to spec your stats, sir. I don't care how good you are at dodging, you should have some, more health than I have. I should have more health than I have. You don't necessarily need to have, like, double or triple my health, but you should have at least a little more health than I do. My health. Avoid the swords. Store my XP. Oh, I see they have a warmth style spell, huh? The only issue is I don't know if it deals damage to if it heals the boss. If it does, that is not good to cast in the middle of a boss fight. So it's extremely bad to cast in the middle of a boss fight if it heals the boss. Yeah, I'm just gonna die here. I managed to pick up my runes. That was a terrible summon. And now I know for the future that you can't skip the giant through the route that I assumed you could skip the giant through. And also, on top of that, that dude, was not good stat-wise. If you're gonna go into caster, go into in the early game. If you're gonna make a caster, make a fucking caster. If you're gonna make a melee build, make a melee build. Making it in between is really hard in the early game. I mean, I have a semi in between, but my magic is definitely my go-to. And my melee weapon, actually, the main purpose of my melee weapons, it's Ash War, to be completely honest. Well, that and having absolutely no way to deal damage once I run out of FP is a bad idea. Would be actually quite the terrible thing. I could probably level up a bit if I used all of my rune items and my soul thing. It'd be like 20 grand for that if I had to guess. Maybe like 10 plus the 10 from that. It'd be about like 20. That'd only be like 2 level ups. Knowing the amounts or the general amounts, I'd probably just end up really unlucky and just get like 2 level ups in total. Now that dude, I remember being helpful. This dude here, I'll attempt to summon as soon as it lets me. But due to attempting to summon that guy, I don't think it's gonna let me in time. No, definitely not. Because it's not until he's either entered his loading screen or it's told me unable to summon. Since neither have happened, odds are it's an unable to summon summoning. Oh, no. It was just taking a while. Hey! 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 Well, that was fast. I like taking that small little turn detour to grab the flower there because, well, it's free. It's not bad to grab it. Oh, thanks to your Ash War, we're actually going to be able to fight them in a like this. Okay. I'm going to take the robes that it dropped. Just drop an item. I'm just going to take that item. Okay. Now we have the bigger foe. I'm going to stay in the back. Because, yeah, it usually does something like that at the start. That person's been returned to their own world. Okay. Well, I don't know why they left, but I had to guess it's because they don't want to fight the giant. Well, I got a hit there, although it was not the most damaging of hits. I don't have the most stamina, but I have enough stamina to take one of those. We Come in close enough to try and bait out a melee. At least that's the goal is to bait out a melee attack so we can run in, get a hit, and run out. I mean, it's a really slow and kind of tedious process that keeps us safe and alive. Luckily, thanks to where he was standing, the spell got immediately pretty much just deactivated, as if he never activated it. Oh, well there goes 14 grand. The 14 grand that was in the boss room with me, because there's no such thing as a homeward bone, or the homeward effect in this game. That doesn't cost you all of your runes, and I'm not going to quit out in the middle of a boss fight unless I just stumbled upon it at low-ass health and know there's no way in hell I can win. Unless I know there's an absolute 0% chance that I can win and I just started the fight, that's the only case where I would really do that. That did not feel good. Okay. Well, I'm starting to run lower than I'd like, but that's okay. Run lower on the summoning item than I would like to. He may not be a good summon, but he's a summon, so that's something. I should swap Calm Down for Point Forward. And then... wonder if I'll get a 20 strength at any point in time. I mean, I already have 15. It'll only be 5 levels. I mean, I'm definitely not doing it right now. Especially thanks to its weight. But if I were to level up my stamina and my strength enough, I could totally wield it. There'll only be 5 points in strength, and a lot more than that in stamina. Oh, it's this guy. Probably a good thing that that one was the fail. When this guy's much more loyal and will actually stay. Oh, okay, there's some crackage right there. Quite shiny. I remember thinking of summoning you at one point, but not being able to because it was taking deep. Because T-Bo was probably a PlayStation 4 player, if I had to guess why. Because if he was PlayStation 5, he probably would have loaded in and connected quite a bit faster. Grab up my runes right there. As long as we don't run once we're up there, we should be able to sneak by a bit for a little bit, and then we just start running towards the end for the boss. God, I fail. This is where we're gonna want to crouch down. There, running. Yeah, it's totally possible to avoid that dude if you play it right. Just got I'm gonna grab what he drops. me and the Tebow person seem to be wielding those kinds of weapons. Oh, wow, there's two. Alright. I see you. I mean, I may as well grab you. There's no reason not to. That's what he would do. Also, when you roll, also partly depends on your distance. If you're right next to them, your course is gonna roll when they start to cast. Because then it would almost instantly hit you because you're right next to them. Pelting him with spells is really good at taking his aggro. I'm really good at capturing and holding on to aggro, but that's really not something that a caster wants. But I'm good enough at dodging to by taking the aggro through constant pelting spells. And the other people can come up and get a big hit. That's like 3 or 4 of my tiny ones. But I always manage to hit like 3 or 4 of my tiny ones each time I take their aggro. Or each time when I'm taking their aggro. So damage-wise, we all end up balancing out. Mine just happens to end up being dealt in a different way than theirs. Fast enough to dodge, but he's not really dodging so fast that Pebble's useless. Oh, he just one-shot me. Yeah, if you're hit in the middle of a dodge action, aka rolling, jumping, anything of that sort, you take 40% extra damage. At least that's how it works in the Dark Souls game, so and it's definitely more damage in this game too, so I'd assume that it's that same 40% damage. And in the game, where most things can 1 to 2 shot you, maybe 3 or 4 hit you, extra 40% damage is a lot. Like, a lot of damage. It's actually fucking it's kinda retarded just how much more damage it is. Either way, let's down to 4 already, jeebus. I meant to craft 1 less than I did. I meant to craft 10, and I crafted 11. But still, that's okay. With this one and that and the 15 more, that's 16 in total. Ow! That was actually quite not good. Oh, okay, that feels a bit better. I'm quite tempted, however, to use all my soul-giving items or my rune-giving items. Go over there and level up. I need good summons who don't suck. Which, of all the summons, only one has really genuinely sucked. With capital S. And a capital suck still on with it. I know in this game they disappear and reappear randomly. Wolf and oh wolf and fear. Fear the wolf, yes. Their staff has a ruby on it. They got a pretty looking staff. Let's see, will they crouch? Join us in the crouch? Nope. They failed the test. They do not crouch. They are failures. They did not do the crouch. They have failed the test. Luckily, there's room on this ladder for these magic swords. There are two on that side, one at the top, one halfway down. While on this side, there's just this one. So it's better to come from this side. I mean, unless you want to kill them all. Then it doesn't matter. But if you're trying to just get through as safely as possible. I'm gonna wait to make sure everyone's buffed. Okay. Well. Wasn't even looking at him and I dodged it perfectly. That was mainly just because how fast it was running. It kinda ended up working out pretty well there. Oh crap, wrong spell. Okay, he's used his buff, so he's entered second phase. I haven't had to use a single one of my heals. I've got a half health heal and 4 full health heals. So as long as I don't get one shot. Getting the boss stuck in the corner is perfect, but getting stuck in the corner yourself, terrible. Which is why I usually don't risk it. Especially since bosses have a much easier time getting out of the corner than you do. I mean, they still end up stuck in the corner, but they can get out a lot more easily than you can. Holy crap. That scared me there, because that was the attack that one-shot me last time. That's the heal that takes the longest, and I've got time for it. It's also the weakest heal, and it would be enough to pick me up to full. So there was no reason to use one of my flasks. Oh, if only I could have summoned these guys the first time around. I mean, I could care less about the Ash War, but the spell. It's the spell that made me make that noise. The E noise. No, that was 100% completely, totally, utterly the spell. Run level up. There we go. 12 into health. There we go. Before I do that, how many spell slots do you take? You take 1. Good. Okay, I want a new spell lineup. I think that's what it's going to look like. Since that spell just doesn't help. But honestly, it depends on this spell's usefulness. Let's see. Ooh. If we tap, we get a pretty cool ass bow, and if we hold, get a way stronger, way cooler bow that takes barely any more FP than the unheld. Of course, it does take too long to fully charge up for it to be like 100% the only way, for it to be any more useful than it currently is, or to be even more useful than it currently is. Oh. It's a tumbleweed. Wonder if this is one of those invisible turtle things. Well, if so, I'm gonna get on torrent and slowly run around this area. Let's look into the bushes, let's look around, look for any signs of any invisible creatures or pretty hard to see creatures. Even look into the trees, because it's totally something they do. Look around. Okay, they don't seem to be all that close, if there are any. Let's try heading down this way. Oh, I see a dragon over there. If they got the time to fully charge this up, we can really see just how much destructive power it's got. Not to say, I hope. Oh, there's another Ash War. I've gotten 2 new Ash Wars, and I haven't checked either of them out. Definitely not fighting against that dragon. Yeah, I don't think that's an invisible turtle puzzle. I think this is just straight up genuine new area kind of thing. That tower probably needs us to claim some sort of key or do something or pull some lever or I don't know, something. Definitely requires something for it to open. placed it right after a boss if it was going to be that prominent, if it wasn't going to be at least semi-prominent or important or hold something. It's most likely the first thing you'll see once you walk past the boss's room. Ah. Ah, we're in a different part of the castle now, are we? Okay. Wasn't even expecting to land on that little lip there. Just a happy accident with that one. Yeah, we're in a very new, different part of the castle. So new, in fact, that it deserves its no. We're just at a higher point in the castle.
Oh, you? Sorry, Your Worship. I apologize for any offense given. I am Pidya, servant to the Carrion royal family. I am charged with maintaining these ghastly dolls. Ah, Your Worship, allow me to be of use. Other than the puppets, there are some very fine things up here in this storeroom. Why not pick something out before you go? But please, can you offer poor ill-starred Pidya a little something by way of compensation?
Don't know what the fangs are for, don't know what that's for. I do know what the cracked pot's for, so I might buy it. Don't know what you're for, so I'm sure as heck not buying you because you're too expensive. If I don't know what you're for. You don't know what you're for. You're some kind of sorcery staff that uses arcane rather than int for arcane spells, I guess. Black leather shield. Another shield. That's not worth it in my time with that one. If that's the same kind of skill as my sword's got, except you can put it on a shield, then my the whole point of my melee weapon is pretty much gone, or the made point. I could get the cookbook. I don't know what this is for, but it's cheap enough for me to want to buy it. I'm gonna buy the cookbook. I'm gonna buy the cracked pot. And I'm gonna buy this in order to test it out. I could drop down, but I'm not going to. Not yet, at least. A dragon liver, huh? Yummy. Not. Okay, let's climb up. Could drop down there, but then I couldn't come back up. If I go over here, I can go back down. So let's go over here first. Okay, I don't see any enemies on the roof. 5 old fangs. If I were to drop down, oh, I know where I am. I'm right. Yeah, I'm on top of the church area. Let's see, if I were to drop down there, it wouldn't really allow me to drop down anywhere from it. That would actually be useful from what I can see. If I drop down there, I'd be over there. I could drop down over there to get over there. Let's see, if I drop down over there, I just end up... Actually, that's not a part that I can access from the other part of the church. I think let's see, the safest point would probably be over here, since this is slightly lower. I mean, just to be 100% careful, sure and safe and careful when it comes to fall damage, because, well, even if fall damage isn't too prominent in this game, I've seen, or as prominent in this game as in some of the other From Software games, it still exists, and I'd like to make sure I don't take any unnecessary, needless damage. There's no point to take damage you don't need to, or at least I don't see why you would take damage if you didn't. If you didn't have to take that damage, or you had the choice not to. Well, I'll just half health that crab in a single hit. So yeah, I see why this spell is so good. Takes a bit to cast. It takes a little bit of time to cast. It takes a good bit of FP, yes, but damage is really good. If that thing wasn't actively facing towards me, I think would have hit it there. I don't think I have a way to move it, and I don't want to fire off a spell that won't hit it. What if I... Ah, my halves. Yes, I think I can. Got him. Takes a bit of FP, but considering it can two-shot that giant arse crab there. Giant crab dead. Crab egg and something else. Oh, I'm right outside. I'm at the front of the castle. I know where I am. Definitely gonna warp back to explore more of the castle, but still, even so. Manage spellcraft. Oh wait, no, that's not it. It's... this one? No, it's Ashawar, that one. Gosh, my brain. Good luck. Let's just keep it standard. Should descending increase my damages? Let's just keep it standard. And then let's actually quite heavily lower the damage, but I'd still like to see what the actual war is nonetheless, just to see it. Well, that's neat. It also give me a cold. Give me a damage buff, and it'd be frost. That's kind of neat. Actually, why am I resting? I haven't even checked out the shields yet. Let's check out the shield. Oh, it's just a magic parry. It's just a magic parry, except it doesn't take FP to use. There are two types of magic parries. Just two magic parries I've discovered so far. One takes FP, one doesn't. This one doesn't. If a magic parry can parry non-magical attacks, then that's awesome. But it's gonna take me some time before I can tell whether or not that is the case. So I'm gonna wanna go to you. Actually, I should go down to the giant to check something out. It's gonna require me to go quite a far bit down, but still. I can always just warp back up to whatever spot I need to in the castle. And warping, I know I could have done it, but it probably would have taken about the same amount of time, maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little less. But I think it more than likely would have taken about the same.
I presume. Oh, I am an old coddle here, perhaps.
I've heard you before. I want to check out this weaponsmith. Okay, let's see. It goes up from 80... Okay, so it went up from 88 to 100 in one upgrade in two things. This is currently 100 in both of its things. This has a plus 14 and a plus 17, while this has a plus 41 and plus 6. So its plus is slightly better. However, this one's scaling could potentially be increased, and increasing it to plus 2 is easy, because plus 1s and plus 2s this guy sells an infinite amount of. So now, at plus 3, let's compare. Good stats. Right, okay, so yeah, the most recently upgraded sword is stronger, and it has a much better attack. Type. It has a slash over a pierce, which I greatly prefer. Not necessarily the best of our two, but could be worse. Yeah, I think this one would be better, even if it is stuck to having this weapon art. Because I could always re-equip this one when I feel like I need its weapon art. So yeah, I think I'm gonna upgrade this one as far as the game will let me.
Something else.
Actually, I need to check my inventory to be certain of things. Let's see here. Yeah, have no tier 3s, but it could buy a tier 3, and then it could get it up to tier 4, and still have a whole bunch of 4s. But then, would it be worth using my only 5er? I think it would be, so I'm going to. Of course, that's going to require me to buy a 3er, and then there's no way I'll have enough afterwards, so... do this, and it'll give me a good bit of runes, and that should hopefully be enough to purchase one of his 3 tier 3s. Oh no, I meant to buy a tier 4. Not a tier 3. God damn it. Okay, let's just use you then. I don't even have enough for the tier 4. Let's use 3 of you. Yeah, that should be enough, hopefully. Buy the tier 4. Oh wait, no, the tier 3 was the one I needed. I just wasted 6k. God damn, I'm stupid. Okay, plus 3, plus 4, and plus 5. And now it is equivalent to a 12.5 tier upgrade if in base. I mean, it is much higher tier. And its damage is definitely greater. Okay. Well, let's head over here to the newest of the warp toolable spots and explore a bit more of the area. Now that I've done that, I have the bow, which is a great spell. At least I hope it is. I mean, it's damage, most certainly. Nothing to scoff at. Its wind-up time is, though, and its FP cost could be much, much less ouchy if it was a different spell. But I think for big, slow enemies that don't know I'm there, or just big old enemies that I'm above with a lot of health, it's like the perfect spell. Where the great version of these, where the great version of this and this, not good. Also, this should not be spec'd first, this should be spec'd first, so I'm gonna have to change the specking. Well, I'm gonna end up using the wrong one constantly. Cloudbirds. Oh, I miss these things. I miss the wolves that aren't super tanky. Also, my damage increase is insane, and I could have done this before the boss fight, so I kind of regret not. But I didn't know just how good of an idea it would be, so... that's okay. Great weapon, though. I'm still gonna have to figure out whether or not that can parry non-magic enemies, or non-magic attacks can parry melee. If it can parry melee, then I'm definitely gonna keep it on. Because it can parry melee, and it can also spell parry, But if it can only spell parry, I think I should probably take it off, because parrying melee would be more important to me. I mean, unless it went to specific areas, and certain areas, then a spell parry might genuinely be the better choice, or option, or whatnot. I'm gonna get, actually, I'm gonna stand directly on it so that it doesn't go up, so that I can't accidentally step on it. Okay. Oh. NPC?
Oh. Again we cross paths. I believe
Oh,
I
you.
said my name was Renna when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation. No reason in particular thou claimest. Intriguing. Then mayhaps fate hath steered thee to this reunion. Wilt thou enter into my service? I am the witch Rani. I stole death long ago, and search now for the dark path, that I might one day upend the whole of it, and rid the world of all that came before. Well, has that roused thy interest? I see.
She's a witch,
choice well made.
so why not?
Thou art a rare sword. Not many would have accepted the offer, but I require as much of those under my command. I anticipate good work from thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is in my service a half-woven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerer's arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same.
I don't know where I gotta go for that. Let's open up the map and see. There's of course that thing, but I don't think I can get up there. Now, only thing I can think of for an Eternal City, or the first thing that came to my mind, was over here. Because that thing, leads down underground into a big old city. I mean, I'm gonna keep talking to her.
Speak with the three who await thee below. Thou needst
She also
not
says
indulge
below.
them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service, after all. Speak with the three who await thee. Thou
Okay.
needst it hath.
So, my best guess is over there, because not only is that what I would assume an Eternal City would be, considering it's underground and it's a big giant city, but also, she states that they are waiting for me below, which yes could technically mean that they're waiting for me below her. However, it could also mean that they are waiting for me in a lower area, or a lower part of the game. So I think that's an area I'm gonna go and try and find them at. I'm gonna go down there, see if they're there. Oh, maybe not. Let's see, let's talk to you.
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Rani has explained everything. Again, I am Iji, the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Rani's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Rani.
Okay.
Let us give all that together.
Well. Okay, no, they're just straight up below her.
I heard about you. Good to finally meet. Name's Blythe. Sworn sword to Mistress Rani. Glad to have you aboard. Well, getting right to business. I'm situated in Limgrave right now. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there.
So I was wrong. But she mentioned a well. That is not a well.
I'm going below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't. Don't keep me waiting.
You said a well in the Mistwoods. We should probably go. So, if I'm not mistaken, that area was referred to as the Mistwoods. So I think I am gonna go over there and head down there and potentially find him, but I'm not 100% certain.
I see. You must be Rani's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Selvis, preceptor in the sorcerer's arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
Well, fuck you too.
I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Rani. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady? I reside. Come and pay me. Should you? If it.
Another tower close by makes me think of that one right there. Oh, there's an invisible barrier right there. I just noticed it. And right here. And here. Okay, I don't think I can leave this area yet.
I'm going below through the well and see if I can't.
Yeah, you're just going through below the well in the Mistwoods.
I reside.
Yeah, you reside in the close by tower. That dude, blah blah blah. Huh? Should I go back and talk to Rani again or something? I think that's what her name was, right? Rani? Yeah, Rani. I think that's what I'll do. Actually, that's exactly what I'll do.
Allow me to forewarn thee. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still, I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise. I shall soon enter, and it will be. I look for.
Okay. So I think I did need to talk to her again. Hopefully the barrier ain't there anymore. Yeah, now all the specters, or spectral ghost looking things are gone. And yeah, the barrier's gone as well. So yeah, I needed to talk to Ronnie again, that was it. Well, I wonder if this tower's open now. I would like for that to be the key, of course. It's not necessarily. It's blocked. Could try reloading the area, but I doubt that would do anything. I don't know how to open it though. Let's run around for a second, see if I can find anything around here. I don't think it's one of those turtle things again. I think I've only encountered one, but so it's possible that's a one-off. But I don't think so. I'd actually be quite surprised if it was. Oh, such... Oh, okay, there we go. I don't know how to get in. And I need to go pee. And so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. What is that? This is maximum oh, no, no, it's not. What is that? I know what I said I was gonna do. But I don't know what that is, and I want to know what that is. And it looks to be near that. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Dang, that's a big trek. Okay. Let's see if I can go from there up to there, through that. So if I'm gonna want to do that, I'm gonna need to get up to there, get through to that area, get over there, go past it, and see if I can go up that way. However, first, I would like to try and figure out how to get into the tower. I wonder what happens if I cast the sorcerer. What if I use the bow? I didn't really expect anything different. I just kind of wanted to use the bow. He said he resided in a tower nearby. Well, I was in that tower. So the tower he resides in must be this one. I don't know. I'm gonna look on the map, see if there's any landmarks that look interesting other than the towers, of course. I don't think I've seen anything, but, I don't know, I'll think about it for a bit. Okay, I can't see anything on the map, and I don't want to spend forever looking around. Like, I've been looking at the map for a few minutes. There's nothing here other than the towers. And, frankly, I just want to go over there and find out what that is. And honestly, I don't really think that that's the area. I mean, I know that there's a wait, that's the well. Oh, that is the well. It is literally called well. It literally has the word well in its name. Okay, I would like to go over here at some point in time. But I'm gonna go down into the well first. Trying to get rid of all of those stupid markers. I'm gonna go down into the well first. I didn't consider that to be a well. I really did not consider that to be a well. And the closest looking site of grace is that one, so I'll warp to that one. Ooh. That did not feel good. I love you, Bugaboo. Yeah, I love you, kitty. He's got a face with a big fat smile on it. He looks quite happy. Yeah, because this area is the Mistwoods of Limgrave, and he said Limgrave, so that being the well isn't too unsurprising. It's kind of annoying. Okay, I want this one to be first, then this one to be second, then my third attunement should be you for a whole bunch of bunched up enemies. Actually, you have a big AoE. I wonder if you could handle bunched up enemies good. I think next time I come get across a whole big old bunch of enemies, I'll try using this to see if it works in that way. I'm of course gonna equip this, and if I'm equipping this, what should I have in my final slot, since I can't have either of these? That's useless since I already have a better version of it that I could do with a sword if I just put on said sword. Cast Light's useless, I have a lantern. Not going to use a shield buff or a melee weapon buff. You're pretty much useless. You're pretty much useless. You're pretty much useless. I think what I'll do instead, I'll keep you on. I'll set it up this way, and I'll try this one out next time I need to fight a big group of enemies. And then I'll use this one afterwards. And then I'll decide whether it is worth removing this one, because this one just fulfills its job well, being another spell that can be used in other ways than just hitting big groups of enemies. Well, that's if it works good enough to satisfy it. I found this well a long time ago, and I entered into this well a long ass time ago. Yeah, see this fog here? This fog wasn't here last time. But I've gone down into the well before. Okay, now the fog's gone. Yeah, I've gone down into the well before, and I actually got down to the second side of grace in there. I wonder if I should walk to the second side of grace and go through all of it again just to be sure, so that I didn't miss the NPC, but I don't think that... I think if I had to guess, he'd be at one of the side of graces, would be the first place I'd find him down here. Although that could be an incorrect guess on my part. During the night down here, it's so dark. The sky's like pitch black. During the day, it's beautiful. Oh, we've reached... Oh no, it's still pretty nice looking. It's pretty. That's why I screenshot it every time I come down here. From a whole bunch of different angles. Well, took a whole bunch of screenshots there. That looks like something on the pillar, but it could be wrong. Could just be me wanting something to be there. And it could just be the way the pillar looks. That's just the way the pillar looks. That's a mixture between the way the pillar looks and me wanting something to be there. Okay. No one at this side of grace. And I don't want to have to go through all that again, so I'm probably just going to go through, head and teleport over there. But before I teleport over there, I'm going to stretch for a second. Now that I've stretched, I believe I have a new one. Boost lightning. Don't really need it. Well, these are really all I mean, I guess the equip load one might be, but fire, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, nah. Let's just warp over here then. Well, I don't see anyone here, but I think I want to go that way. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to go first, since I haven't gone that way before, or haven't gone up there. I've kind of avoided that spot. This gave me, like, big ol' boss of the bridge vibes. Oh, I should have gone this way. There's a map for this area. Right over here. Still giving me, big ol' bad guys gonna be on the bridge vibes, especially with that over there. I mean, that doesn't look like an enemy, but they could make anything an enemy in this game. Okay, whatever it is dead. So it didn't really look like an enemy that I was gonna have to fight because it was dead. Okay. I'm just gonna walk away from that one. I don't seem to see anything over here. That's whatever. I didn't have many runes anyways. I spent most runes I had on me. Oh, stretch. He is uncomfortable. Okay. Hi, Burr. I touch. Touch again. You're being poked. You cannot avoid the pets. You must be pet. You will eternally and forever be my cat. But I will not pet you right now. You don't want to be pet, and I'll leave you alone with the pettings. Oh, hi. Hi. Again. Fuck off! You have no right to bite me like that. Little love nibbles I'm fine with. The little arr is perfectly fine. But the I'm not fine with. He really has two types of bites. He does these little nice old nibbles, and then he just bites you really hard, really fast, and just stops biting you. So that you can't even claim that he bit you. In that case. And it hurts like a motherfucker for some reason. It hurts really fucking bad for some reason. I have no clue why it hurts as bad as it does. It just does. When he really bites down, it's because he's got some sharp teeth. You can clip the nails, but you can't clip the teeth. I mean, with the right tool, you could technically grade the teeth down so that they're less sharp. That's also extremely harmful to the animal, and makes it painful. Makes it hurt whenever they use their teeth to eat. Which can also, if they're a cat or something that licks themselves, can also deter them from licking themselves because it might hurt their teeth. Filing an animal's teeth down is extremely not good. Especially if that creature doesn't have a natural way to regenerate its teeth or grow its teeth in that way. And heal from that kind of pain. Woo! Here, let's check out over here because this is another area with some kind of building looking thing. I was really nervous about that jump, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have made that on foot as a foot, or without torrent. Oh, there's an item right there I nearly missed. Stoneward key, that would have been quite a, would not have been an item that I would have wanted to miss, that's for sure. Okay, I could jump down into that pocket, but is there anything in that pocket? No. Is there anything below? Not that I could drop down to without dying on or off torrent. But can I even jump back from here? No, there's not. It's not gonna happen. Not from here. So let's see. Let's look down. Yeah, there really ain't anything. So either I die and lose out on 588 runes, which is not a lot, but still. Either I die, or I could always just warp, which would be about the same. But I think I might see a way farther down. For any jumps, I'm going to want my horse, but for dropping down, I'm not going to want to be on torrent. Well, actually, I can make this jump on my own, but plus I can land down here. So no, there's actually there's a reason to come down here, and I can easily come back over here. And yeah, there's that right there that I could jump down to. But first, let's check out this side. And just dead stop. Or lightly walking, just in case. It's a fall to your death. Ah, would have been a death fall. And that's why I didn't hardcore run. Okay. No, I'm all safe and good and handy and dandy. Okay. Let's keep going around this way then. I'm going around the way I am to pick up items while avoiding as many enemies as I can, so I don't have to deal with them. Also, because the archers like that, this one right in front of me, or those who have the bows, just in general, even if they're not the ones with the explosive arrows. The archers aren't the ones with the bows are definitely ones that I would like to just have to be dead. Just be deaded. It's a little hard to single out the ones with the bows when you're fighting way too many of them at once, which I currently am. Fighting too many to single a specific one out. So I'm pretty sure they all have the bows, just that some have this explosive level damage bow with mega arrows and mega sharpshooting and mega range. Not like this bow, like a great bow. There's a bow and there's a great bow. Now the great bow, really bad to encounter. The bow, much more manageable than the great bow, over the great bow. There was no getting the fuck out of that! Jesus Christ, there were too many. Also, those enemies look really, kind of creepy. The ones on this loading screen right now. They look like they're some form of Iron Maiden. And with the way they look like almost like a machine that could open at the bottom. Like a fucking mobile Iron Maiden war machine that sucks you in and just kills you with the spikes on the inside. Or tries to. Although it could be completely off. I probably am completely off. There was probably like 1%, not even 1% that was right. But still, that's the kind of vibage that I get from the enemies on that loading screen. Okay, let's head back to where I died earlier, except this time I'm going to handle all the enemies along the way. I'm going to do so off horseback with this one, because of where this one is. So handling them off horseback may just be genuinely better in general. Because I can stagger them in one hit. And if I can just stagger them in one R1, I can just stun lock them until they're dead. I mean, unless they have a great bow, in which case I'm definitely going to want to get on my horse and run straight at them. Okay, yeah, no, I can't actually stagger. That was just complete fucking fluke. Owen spam does not work against them, sadly. I'd hoped it did. But it most certainly did not. I found him! I found him! I found him! I found him! Where? Mau! Where? Mau!
Good to see you. Apologies, mate. But I don't have much to report. I can see bloody Nokron right above me. But I'm absolutely stumped. I've tried all the gateways, to no avail. Perhaps it's time to ask Celibus. I recall that spiteful little rat acting like he knew something. Let's give him a squeeze. Show him just how sharp my teeth are. I jest. I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I should check on some things here. Leave this place to me. You just do what you feel is right. If either of us learns anything, we tell the other. Right?
Well.
Leave this place to me.
Okay.
If either of us learn, and if we reach, Celibus rarely gives a straight answer. First time.
Hey! I'm way too far up. Okay. Yeah, I think those fires are how you'd open it. The first hit does stagger, however, when they do that thing where they raise up their arm to block and then swing at you with said arm, then the stagger just then it fails. Oh, that's the great bow type shot. It's not even a great bow. It's just it's just they can charge up their attack with their bow. That's a neat ability. I mean, I do not like going up against it, but I can't. I'd be lying to say that I didn't think that it was at least a neat ability that a character using a bow would want. Any archer would want. Okay. Any player using a bow would want that bow that they got. At least from what I can tell, if it really does have that power, just naturally, as an Astral War to charge up the arrow to make it all that much stronger. Oh, fuck off! Of course, I only got 196. I think it would feel physically better to break my fucking arm! It'd feel a lot fucking better, because then I couldn't fucking play this fucking garbage game! Suck a dick now, dick fuck. I see the NPC. I'm gonna go around this way and avoid him by going up here. I avoid pulling up next to that tree by staking away from the tree he's up next to. Now I'm past him. Let's try fighting these ones first, shall we? Or before the others. I forgot about my I didn't think about the factor that I couldn't use my Ash of War on my melee weapon with my shield equipped, and I just fucking gave myself away. I feel so fucking stupid right now. Hit does stagger them unless they're doing that. In which case, not only does it not stagger them, but it also deals less damage. Owie. Your arrow did not feel good, you butt. Okay. 3 of them are dead. Let's grab this item here. It's a rune item. What's this one? Some kind of jelly? I don't know. I don't care to read. Looks like one of the jelly items, though, to me. Visually speaking. Easy enough. I can easily enough get a backstab on you. Okay. That was an easy double kill right there. There's 3 here, 3 who walk here, and then there's the one right there. So that's 7 of them I was encountering each and every time. That's just too many. Handle at once. I'm not surprised that I was dying to that. Oh well, if I got a health flask back, I'll use it. Cool. Now I got that fire thing up. I don't gotta deal with the ones right up there. Which is gonna greatly increase my survivability when heading in this direction. Didn't even fucking see you. See what I mean by holy shit! Holy crap, that really is, really are just sharpshooter dick wads. They really is what they are. Sharpshooting sniper dicks. I see him. The one that shot me while I was on my horse. Okay, that one's dead. I think it's pure physical damage, so I'm gonna run straight at him. Yeah, it's pure physical damage. I mean, barely got enough stamina to block all of it with how much there is. But it is pure physical. Gotcha, Jeebus. Okay, if I stand right here, I don't think he can get me. Nor can he. But there's 2 of them that I'm gonna want to avoid. So I'm gonna go. Holy shit! Where? Where? I'd have so much of an I'd have such English, please work. Oh damn it! I hate English. English is the worst language. If I knew where the crap they wore, I'd be able to handle dying to them so much better, because I'd at least know where they were. But I don't even see them until the arrow is until I'm dead from their arrows in my face, and I die, and I'm sad, and it fucking sucks. God. Okay, let's head this way. Head around this way towards the crab enemy. I don't want to fight you, crab. I've decided I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna head up this way. Decided I want to head up this way. The crab's not gonna do that. I'm not gonna stop fighting you, crab. Okay. Yeah, he was just sticking to the wrong side of it for me to be able to hit him that way. Cool. That's 4 fires ignited already. I think that's 4, yeah. That's either 3 or 4, I can't remember. the exact amount, to be completely honest. Don't click on that, that'll send me off the horse. Said that I'd swap between them because I would. I mean, I know this is technically less damage and it's a different attack type. However, I'd like to have this one for its Ash War for if I have to fight it, any of the big ones. Because if the full Ash War hits, it allows me to riposte them. Okay. That doesn't look like I'm gonna have to. Okay, this is a poison one. So let's get the Divine Light to spawn in. Okay, Divine Light. Yup. Okay. Up in the waterfall, got it. There's the golden foul floating right there. Let's avoid that ball of electricity, shall we? Notice how lethal that thing can be. Okay, man, that house doesn't have anything in it. It's an empty hut. This one has a ladder upwards. And I know that there's an enemy up at the top. Let's climb slowly. Crouch down right here and hope to not get seen. So hoping not to be seen there. But it's okay. Crap. I know that I could try casting a whole bunch of spells on it, but I also know that at this range that wouldn't work out too good, and they have some pretty hefty magic resistance compared to their in comparison to their physical resistances. Seaside of Grace right over there. Ooh, I see one of the things I need to light up right there. Get off torrent if I'm dropping down here. If I need to drop down somewhere precisely with the possibility of falling down a big amount. Okay, let's start by heading up here because this looks like an area where there would be too much. I mean, not the most useful item, but I mean, not completely useless. I'll take it. Is there a side of grace here, or is that just light? That's just a lantern. The lantern made me think of my lantern, so I figured I'd equip it. There's no reason not to have it equipped. Okay, let's head down here. Oh yeah, I was over here before. Well, not this part of here, but I was over in the lower part. This is the area above the poisonous flower peeps. Seems to be a merchant, but before I talk to him, let's grab up this item. Huh. Beast bones, okay?
Ooh, oh, a customer.
He sells up to 30 of these, he sells infinite of these, he sells this, ooh, that's cheap. weapon. He sells that. Huh. Perhaps I'll come to you, back to you for the two of these, and this at a later date. But for now, I'm just gonna take this and one of these.
Goodbye. Sorry.
Until next time, yup. And I can't jump back up, and even if I could, there'd be nothing really there. So yeah, that's what's up there. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all, if I say so myself. Take that item, hide in the water to help stealth. I'm not sure if that's how it works. I'm not sure if the hide in the water helps at all, but I feel like going through the waterfall. Just because, but even so, may as well. I mean, it doesn't hurt to go through the waterfall. It doesn't do any damage. Do so. So, we may as well. If they haven't noticed me and I just get a free backstab, that's a full-on health bar. That's just an instant kill right there. I can light you up. Lighten up all the extinguishable or light upable flames. If I can light it and make it fiery, I will. No reason not to. I'm ending the stream here. You don't need my reasoning. I was going to continue, but you don't need my reason. I have a reason to stop, so I'm stopping here. Probably stream later today because this has been quite fun and I haven't gotten bored of it yet, so yeah.